He's like literally the love of my life because he's dating my best friend. We gotta read this. My mom is literally obsessed with this author and I need to figure out why. Hello you guys, welcome to another video. Today's video I am going to be reviewing 3 books, and mind you, these are the books that are from 2024, but so far in 2025 it is technically January 18, and I finished my first read of 2025 and then I just started reading my second book of 2025. It is The Only One Left by Riley Sager. 2 thrillers that are extremely hyped throughout the platform of TikTok and booktube. So the first one I'm going to be talking about is The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose. My mom is literally obsessed with this author and I need to figure out why. I was not really interested in the synopsis at the time, and then my mom was like, I really want to read this book, and I was like, okay, let me read this book with you. It's like, okay, let me figure out Geneva Rose. Let's see how good she is with her thrillers. Sarah Morgan is a successful and powerful defense attorney in Washington DC. Her life is going exactly how she planned. The same cannot be said for her husband Adam. He is a struggling writer who has little success in his career. Out in the woods at the couple lake house, Adam engages in a passionate affair with Kylie Summers. But one morning everything changes. Kelly is found brutally stabbed to death, and now Sarah must take on her hardest case yet, defending her own husband and a man accused of murdering his mistress. Let's see if it's actually worth the hype. So I'm going to be reading this book and let's see what I think. Finally finished the book. It took me a while, honestly. It really did. It got me hooked in the beginning of the book. It's so heavily in the trials and the court, and I know that is the point of the book. I was dreading it when they kept talking about this lawyer stuff, this court stuff, and I was like, let's get into it. Like, honestly, let's go. I'm trying to figure out who it is. I didn't like that part of the book when they showed the reveal of who it was, and I was like, okay, moving on. But that was basically it. My mom did really enjoy it. It's just not my cup of tea, honestly. My final rating for this book, I have to get it 2.5 stars. Too bored. I softy and F'd it. I only finished the book for my mother. So after this, I kind of lost hope of like thrillers. I was like, how am I gonna find another thriller that is actually gonna genuinely give my whole attention, and then I'll be like non-stop reading it. Like Flicker in the Dark by Stacey Willingham. Love this cover. I love fireflies, and I wish I lived in a state or anywhere that has fireflies because they're so amazing to look at. If anyone knows what state they have generally like a lot of like fireflies, let me know because I'm going to move over there maybe. When Chloe Davis was 12, 6 teenagers went missing in her small Louisiana town. By the end of the summer, her own father has confessed to the crimes and was put away for life, leaving Chloe and the rest of her family to grapple with the truth and try to move forward while dealing with the aftermath. Now 20 years later, Chloe is a psychologist and getting ready for her wedding. When she finally has a fragile grasp on the happiness she works so hard to believe, she sometimes feels out of control of her own life as troubled teens who are her patients. So when a local teenager girl goes missing and then another, that terrifying summer comes clashing back. She's paranoid, seeing parallels from her past that aren't actually there, or for the second time in her life is Chloe about to unmask a killer. And hopefully this book is good. So I'm going to start reading it and let's see what I think. attention. I was fully invested of what was going on. Past and present timeline with the main character of like her little experience, her dad being as the killer. But I think the only thing that fell flat for me was the plot twist. I felt like I read something similar with another book, so I wasn't that surprised. I did like it. I'm just gonna give this like average rating of 3 stars. All right, let's get to the last book that I read in 2024, One Day in December by Josie Silver. So excited about this book because I got this my little package of book of the month. If you want to sponsor me, let me know. Tired reading these 2 thrillers, and I was like, let's switch it up, let's read a romance, and book of the month came in clutch with this. The synopsis, I love these kind of books, but if you do it right, once I read it, we're gonna find out if this book is good. 2 people, 10 chances, 1 unforgettable love story. Lori is pretty sure love at first sight doesn't exist anywhere outside of the movies, but then throughout the mist on a bus window one snowy December day, she sees a man that she knows instantly is the one. Their eyes meet, there is a moment of pure magic, and then her bus drives away. Certainly they're fated to find each other again. Lori spends a year scanning every bus stop and cafe in London, hoping for another glimpse of what she trusts is true love. But she doesn't find him, not when it matters anyways. Instead, they reunite at a Christmas party where her best friend Sarah introduced her new boyfriend Jack, the man from the bus, to Lori. Honestly, when I read this, I was like, how is this gonna work? Who's gonna get the final guy? Who is gonna be together in the final pages of the book? We gotta read this. What's gonna happen? And I was like, wait, what if it's a bittersweet moment? And I was like, I'm literally gonna cry. It's like La La Land. I love La La Land. I don't know why I'm bringing up La La Land. That's literally my favorite movie. And if there's a book like La La Land, please let me know. I'm literally gonna cry about La La Land because I'm trying to like read a book that's exactly like that so I could cry again, you know? And I'm kind of scared if it's gonna be a bittersweet moment that they don't get it. Sometimes it does happen. Sometimes romance books does do that. Those are my thoughts for right now. I'm going to read it and let you know what happens. So Christmassy, but guess what? You have both point of views of Jack and Lori in their little lives, kind of like a little slice of life. Oh my god. And I was like, how is this gonna work, honestly? And is he gonna remember her? And then she finally met her. She's like, shit. She's like, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to like pretend that I know him? Like he is like literally the love of my life because he's dating my best friend. I don't even know what I would do genuinely in that situation. I don't even know. Like I always feel like I'm like the character sometimes in the book, and I was like, what are we doing? And I was like, what are we gonna do? I like the main character, but Jack on the other hand, he kind of made me mad. And I was like, Jack, what are you doing? There's sometimes he was like, ah, that's so cute, and then he pissed me off. That's crazy. It was good though. I liked it, but the beginning and the middle was good. The ending, a certain thing happened and it did not give me enough time to recover. Hold on, I thought we're still mad. Lori, what are we doing? I thought we were mad. Boundaries, expectations. And Lori was like, all right, let's just wrap it up. And I was like, no, let's not wrap it up. I still need time. I'm still mad. And you let this happen, Lori. What? Why am I so getting in this? Like literally these are fictional characters that I'm like getting into it. But I will read more of this author. I love her little storytelling. I'm giving it a 4 stars. It's basically all of the books that I read at the end of the year 2024. Leave down below book recommendations of what you're reading that is in your 2025 TBR because I need more books. Like I have plenty of books, but I need more book recommendations. If you've been here long enough, you already know my cup of tea. Probably not sci-fi just yet until I get there eventually. It's like romance, especially thrillers, and the plot twist better be jaw-dropping like Alice Feeney. I really like historical fiction with a little bit of romance. Fantasy, I'm still getting there. Yeah, that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!